let's try to take up a historical perspective. We'll start from about 400, 500 BC, from the times of Democritus. Now, Leucippus and Democritus, I'm sure that we all know that the concept of atom was given by Democritus, as we know, but if we look into historical accounts, we find that it was Leucippus who gave this concept and Democritus was the one who formalized it. That's why, because Democritus was a student of Leucippus, and there was no scientific background over there, it's only philosophical foundations are there, and they visualize atoms to be consisting of various shapes and they contain certain kind of projections. That is just a visualization of that kind. And what probably was thought of that point of time was that atoms with some hook like projections, they latch on to one another to combine, some kind of illustration of this kind. That means there is an atom there are hooks on that which can latch together to form some kind of interaction between two species there. Other possibility could be the atoms which are of different shapes, they interlock with each other like a jigsaw puzzle and all. So, they are the initial thoughts on the way the atoms can combine to give you molecules and things like that. Going further, when you find that as time progressed, the alchemists, they thought that atoms have what is called as chemical affinities, like humans have affinities amongst each other. That means you may like someone, you may not like someone else. Okay, so there are some kind of affinities. Similarly, it was proposed by alchemists that the atoms have got chemical affinities. That is, the atoms which have a relationship of attraction or love with each other, they will combine, and the substances that hated each other will not combine. So, this is one more kind of a historical perspective on the way atoms can combine together. Now, if we go further, we find that in around the time of Newton, Newton actually visualized that there is some kind of an attractive force similar to what we know of in the this mechanical world, that is of gravity, magnetism and electricity we are familiar with. Something of this kind probably exists between the matter also, that is what probably holds the atoms together. That was thoughts from Isaac Newton. Going further, Buffon actually thought of some kind of a gravitational attraction between particles of various shapes. That means he retained the concept of different shapes from Democritus and then say that these different atoms are attracted by gravitational forces there. Atoms do get attracted, but that is not what is causing chemical bonding as we know today. Let us move further, and what you find is this is towards around 1819 or so. Berzelius, he actually speculated that there is some kind of electrostatic attraction between the atoms. That is, there are certain atoms which are positive, certain atoms are negative. So, positive and negative, the two atoms, because of their electrostatic interaction, they attract each other and they combine. And essentially, in a way, it indicated something about bonding in ionic substances, as we know, say sodium chloride. That means, this speculation of Berzelius actually gave an indication about the bonding of ionic substances. But the question raised was that how do we explain bonding in case of hydrogen atoms, which we know that it is not an ionic substance, it is a covalent substance in today's nomenclature. So, this was, but it was definitely a reasonable thought which came from Berzelius. With this some kind of historical perspective on the way different atoms can combine together,